I am going to do my best to explain to you what it is that I have been feeling as of late, probably for the last few weeks. It has so much depth to it, so much weightiness to it. It's almost difficult to put into words, but it feels like hunger pangs. It feels like desperation. And I know I mentioned in my last vlog that I felt that a conviction was coming upon the church, and I believe it's landing upon us right now. And can any of you feel it? Like there's this sense of God drawing me in. There's this sense of God, I need more. And I've been captivated. In fact, the one story in the Bible that can really help convey what I feel like is happening, what's going on in my own life, what I believe the Holy Spirit is doing right now is in a parable that Jesus tells in Luke chapter 11. And just before this parable, his disciples come to him and they say, teach us how to pray. I love that. I've always loved that because it means that the Lord wants to. Like, prayer doesn't have to be complicated, but in that prayer, Jesus tells them to ask for daily bread. And then he goes on and he tells them this parable about a guy who has a friend that comes to him at midnight. And because this guy has nothing to set before his visitor, and it was the custom of the day, it was cultural to be able to feed a guest. It was a way of showing honor. It was a way of being a blessing. It was a way of just honestly doing life together. And so because he didn't have any food, he then goes to a friend who's asleep with his family. They're shut up in their home. And he goes and he knocks on the door and he says, I need 3 loaves of bread. What I love about that is I believe that those 3 loaves are symbolic of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. And the reality, because he goes on, he says this, I have nothing, it says, to set before this guy that's come to visit me. I want to tell you, I feel like this is where I am, and I feel like this is where God is bringing us. I have been wrestling with, do I have what is necessary to meet the need of what's going on in the world right now? Are we one day going to have people like this visitor show up and basically say, I need something to eat? Do we have something that's adequately going to feed them? Because I'm telling you, if we do not have God, we have zero, we have nothing. And even with what I'm currently walking in, I'm so thankful for, guys, so please don't misunderstand me. But I will tell you this, I feel like I need more. Like, I feel that desperation, like that thing that says, like, God, I need more of you now more than ever. I feel like I owe it to the world and to the people around me that they would have an experience and an encounter with you. And I don't know if what I'm walking in right now is adequate enough. So I feel these hunger pangs, these I call it these hunger pangs of humility, where we're positioning ourselves to go lower so that we might receive more. So he goes on then, and the guy from inside who's with his family says, hey, it's late. I'm asleep with my family. I'm not going to get up and give you anything. And the Bible goes out of its way to say it's not because he is the friend of the person who's knocking on his door that he gets up and gives him what he needs. It's because of his persistence. So sometimes, guys, friendship with God doesn't always move God. Yes, favor is upon us and towards us because of friendship, but sometimes God is moved and only moved by your persistent asking, seeking, and knocking. And in this parable, Jesus ends it by basically saying this: if you, being imperfect parents, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more? Now here's the crux of it. Does God want to give? Does the Father want to give the Holy Spirit to those that ask? Guys, when was the last time you asked for more of the Holy Spirit? When was the last time you continued to ask till you got what you received, knocked until it was open for you, and you continued to seek until you found what you were looking for? Here's what I believe is happening. I believe we're coming to the conclusion that what we are currently walking in isn't enough, and we desperately need more. Persistence is the key. Make sure you guys give this a thumbs up, a like, share it, subscribe if you haven't, click that little notification bell so you know that you can get the notifications every time we put out a new video, and we do this weekly. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you next week.